Hello, I'm your Kingdom Spiritual Transformational and Life Purpose Life Coach and Mentor Latricia Booker here with Kingdom Business, where we are empowered. Where we heal, we get delivered, and we get free. We know who we are. We elevate our minds and our spirits and raise and expand our consciousness to ultimately walk in our true divine purpose and power, and that is the truth of who God has created us to be. Kingdom people, we are. We are history makers. We are real changers. We are dream successors. We are wealth generators. We are manifestors. We are curse breakers. And we most definitely are transformers. More than meets the eye. Yeah, Kingdom people, we are. Kingdom people, thank you all so very much for viewing my videos. Thank you for all the likes, subscribe, shares, for all your comments and feedbacks, for all the financial contributions to my channel, and for all the seeds that you sow into me and my ministry. Thank you for all of your bookings and all of your purchases. Thank you for everything you do here on Kingdom Business. Thank you, Kingdom people. Thank you. And so, Kingdom people, I am on location, and you already know what I'm here to do. I am here to drop this beat, this word, this message. Yeah. So, Kingdom people, I am the chain breaker, and you are chain breakers too. Are y'all ready to break these chains? Kingdom people, come on. Let me upgrade you. Let me activate you. Let me activate you. Let me elevate you. I was trying to say activate you and elevate you both at the same time. So, Kingdom people, it's time to upgrade, activate, and elevate. Let's go, Kingdom people. They don't have the authority. You do. Kingdom people, you walking in your authority. You're walking in the truth of who God has created you to be. You are walking that path. You've been studying this path. You've been learning of this thing. You've been tapping into the things of God. You've been tapping into the truth of who you are. You've been tapping into your gifts. You're getting a greater and greater understanding of who you truly are, of who God truly is in you and through you. And Kingdom people, you're walking in your authority. Now, Kingdom people, this is a God-given authority. This is a Jesus given authority because you are in Christ Jesus, because you walk with God. God has anointed you, He has called you, and you have answered. So you're walking the journey. You're walking in your purpose. Even if you're not in your greater purpose, you're in your purpose. Why, Kingdom people? Because you're following the path that God has set up for you. You have the authority to break cycles, curses, and chains because you walk in the Spirit, and that is God's Spirit. You have the authority to manifest God's blessings and promises and your inheritance. Why, Kingdom people? Because you are walking in the Spirit. You have received God's Spirit. You have received Jesus' Spirit. You have received His instructions, and you're following the instructions. You are walking in your authority. You have the authority, Kingdom people. Psalm 73:23-24 says, "Yet I still belong to you. You hold my right hand. You guide me with your counsel, leading me to a glorious destiny." Kingdom people, that's you. That's you that God is guiding. That's you that you belong to God. You still belong to God. That's God that's holding you with your at your right hand. He's holding your right hand. That's you. That's you that God is guiding with His counsel. That's you. That is you who He is leading to a glorious destiny. Kingdom people, that's you. Why, Kingdom people? Because you're the one that has the authority. And why do you have the authority? Because you allowing Him to lead you. You allowing Him to guide you. You are allowing Him to instruct you. You're following His instructions. I say this repetitively, over and over again. It's the same thing that applies to so many reasons why. And in this case, Kingdom people, that is why you are the one with the authority, because God has given it to you. You are doing what he's asking you to do, and you are walking in his ways. So, kingdom people, you have the authority. Now, why do I say they don't have the authority, but you do? Kingdom people, so many people, y'all already know, are out here trying to exude authority, power, and control. Unfortunately, they're trying to exude control, power, and authority over other people. Unfortunately, many a times they're trying to exude this power, control, and authority over God's people who are in their authority because they see your authority and they want to be the authority ones, the ones in authority of you. But you're in authority of yourself. You're in authority of who you are. You're walking in your authority. You're not trying to have authority over no one. You're not trying to have power and control over no one. I'm literally hearing you mind your business. It was on my spirit this morning how you walking in your element. God was just saying to me, you're walking in your element. In other words, the element of who you are. You're not trying to get over up in nobody else's stuff. You're not trying to let nobody up in your stuff no more, because you learn. And you're learning that you need to keep people out of your stuff, out of your element. Why, kingdom people? Because it's your element. You're focused in and walking in your element because it's the truth of who you are, who God created you to be. So yes, you have authority over that, and you have been given God-given, Jesus-given, Christ-given authority over your own element, the truth of who you really are, the essence of who you really are, who God really is in you. You have the authority. You are walking in that authority that has been imputed and entrusted within you, kingdom people. So, going back to how they don't have authority, even though they want to have authority over you, even though they want to dictate and control your life, your future, your destiny, they have no authority. Why, kingdom people? First of all, let me say this. When you're too busy trying to have authority over someone else, you're not even an authority in your own life. You're not even in your proper element. In other words, what God has set forth from you. You are on the enemy's turf, who is not for you. Remember, kingdom people, the devil only comes to kill, steal, and destroy. So if you all trying to have authority over God's people, over anyone for that matter, you are not in right standing with God. You are on the devil's turf, which means what? The devil is killing, stealing, and destroying the truth of who you are. Because now you're trying to be in someone else's authority when it's not for you to be authority over someone else. Intervene in someone else and who they are and what they are. You walk in your authority once you get in that authority and let other people walk in their authority. That's the proper way. But the point here is this, kingdom people. They don't have the authority. What am I saying? They don't have the authority over you. And the truth is, they don't have the authority over their own life. The devil does, unfortunately. But we keeping them in prayer. We keeping them lifted up in prayer. But kingdom people, they don't have the authority. You do. And as I said, you have the authority to break cycles, which you're doing. You have the authority to break curses and chains, which you're doing. And before we take it any further, from your own life. See, that's what it's about, kingdom people. Doing these things in your own life. That's where your authority really comes from. I mean, of course, it comes from God. It comes from Christ. It comes from you walking with him, following his instructions, all those things. But it comes with you mastering your own life, breaking the cycles and curses and the chains off of your own life. And then you can walk in your authority because you have, in your authority, done what you're supposed to do as far as removing those things that don't serve you. So that's where your authority comes from. That's why you have the authority, because you're doing the proper things. And it's work. It's work. They don't have the authority because they were not there. Break a cycle, a curse, or a chain, or none of that. I shouldn't say that they wouldn't dare, but that's not where they at. Yet they want to be in authority. And really what they really need to be doing is breaking those cycles and those curses and them chains that are clearly within them in their lives. And it's indicative when they're trying to be authority over your life, feeling like they have to be the big dog, the one in control of your life and or whatever. Some people just want to just be in control of everything, but they have no control of them own selves. They have no control over their own life. Not for real. Because if they had control of their own life, they wouldn't be trying to be up in your life. People who are walking in their authority, who are in control of their own life, and when I say in control of your own life, we know that God has the overall control. But what I'm saying is you're focused on your own life. You're doing the things you need to be doing in your own life and for your own life. You're not in no one else's business trying to see what nobody else is doing, what everybody else or what anybody else has got going on. Why, kingdom people? Because you are in authority. You are in authority of your own life, no one else's. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't help or deal with other people and maybe you can't be helpful to them. Yes, but you don't have authority over their lives. That's not even your place to even try to do. And anyone who is trying to do that is not in their authority. Number one, as I already said, but number two, they're outside of God's. They're not in right standing with God, because God will never lead anyone to try to come and take authority, not only of you, his people, his kingdom people, but over anyone. But kingdom people, they don't have the authority. You do. And it's because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You're doing the right things or you're working at it, which is the same thing. If you're working at it, you're doing the right thing. This is a work. We are work in progresses, yet masterpieces all at the same time. The good work that he has begun in you, he is faithful to accomplish it. I'm hearing, although the vision may tarry, wait for it. Wait for it, because it will come to pass. When the time is right, he, the Lord, will make it happen for you. So, kingdom people, as long as you are walking towards that vision, even if you ain't in your vision yet, or what I mean by that, not in your vision, but don't see the vision, but you're trying to figure things out and do things God's way. When you're becoming awakened, you're trying to awaken, you realize that I need to do some things different. It's something going on. There's something going on in this world, or you just feel a pull to seek out God's ways, get understanding. That pull in you, you're following. That's God. And because you're doing that, I just heard you are in your authority because you're taking the proper steps to do what it is you need to do for you, where God is concerned as far as what he wants to do in you, as far as who he is in you, who you are, who he created you to be. That's your business to get to. That's your business, not what everybody else is doing. And when I say that, I don't mean it in a way like you're not aware of what others are doing. You're not interested. Of course, we learn from other people. We like other people. We do things with other people. We buy from other people. You get what I'm saying? I'm speaking in terms of when you're in other people's business. The people that like to be in your business, trying to figure you out, want to know your moves, because they don't have no authority over their own lives. Not any real authority. And what they're saying is that you actually have authority over your life. And so now they want to have authority over your life, but they don't have no authority to have authority over your life, but it ain't their place to have authority over your life in the first place. What they need to be doing is getting in tune with who they are, who God is with them, who they are together, so they can have authority over their own life. So kingdom people, they don't have the authority. You do. And that's why. That's why you are the one who's walking in that authority. Luke 10 and 9 says, behold, I have given you authority. Behold, I have given you authority. We could stop there and do the benediction. But going on, it says to tread on serpents and scorpions and over all the power of the enemy, and nothing shall hurt you. And so, kingdom people, I want to suggest to you that you take on the mindset of, because you walk in your authority, because God has given you the authority because you're doing all of those things we just spoken of. You're working at it. You know that God is imputing that authority in you. He has imputed that authority in you. Just understand, walking on serpents and scorpions' head, and that nothing will harm you means just that. Take on the mindset that because you are in your authority, you're walking on their heads. It doesn't mean you have. It says tread on their heads. You have the authority to tread. It's nothing you have to go do. You don't have to go over to people and wrestle with them and battle with them and try to take your authority or wrestle for your authority. The authority has already been given to you because you are in right standing with God. You have built yourself. You have strengthened yourself. You have come to a place of your authority. I'm hearing again, you are in your element. You are walking in your element. And so you have the authority. And just by walking in your authority alone and being who you are and continuing on your path is you treading on serpents and scorpions' heads. And listen, they can't harm you. Why, kingdom people? Because you are in your authority. They can't do nothing to you. They don't have the authority to. They don't have the authority. You do. Now, here's the twist. You actually have the authority to cause things to happen in their life, to cause things to happen to them. You know how them ones, the same thing, try to have authority over our lives and do all these things. I almost don't even want to go here, but the black magic people, the spell work and witchcraft people, them. That the only reason why people resort to stuff like that is because they're trying to have control over your life or over your destiny or whatever. They want control. So because they don't have the authority, the Christ-given authority in them, they resort to darkness. They resort to demonic activity to attempt to have that authority over you. Now, the only reason why they can't have that authority over you is because God has authority over you. You have given yourself to Him. You walk with Him. You walk in His ways. You're walking with Him. So they have no authority over you. But the thing is this, kingdom people, they attempt to do those things because they want authority over you. But the truth is they have no authority. You have the authority. It's you with the authority because God has given it to them. Has given it to you. They want God to give it to them, but they're not walking in His ways. And if and when they decide to, they will be given authority over their life, not yours. That's kind of how that works. Doesn't mean that, in certain positions, you don't have a responsibility to whoever you're leading. But again, it's not an authority over their life. You have the authority not only of your life, but you have the authority to call out the things of God, and they shall be so. Let me tell you something, kingdom people. They don't have the authority or power to do that. And especially not with someone who is walking with God for real, sincerely, who are in their authority, their God-given authority. They can't touch them. I keep telling y'all, we untouchable, kingdom people. We untouchable. But kingdom people, they don't have the authority. You do. And that's why I almost didn't want to go here. I don't even know how I got here, but I'm here. That's why they own you. You wonder, listen, why do people watch you, stalk you, monitor you, try to get your attention, go through all these extremes, trying to be all up in your business, and want to know what you're doing, try to stop you, try to block you, try to make you feel all that? Because you have the authority. And even before you were fully walking in it, you trust and believe they saw it in you. They didn't want you to have the authority, which is why they tried all those tricks and attempts. Kingdom people, let me just put this out here. I don't know. This is just on my spirit because I have experienced this so much, and I had an experience yesterday that was very interesting to me. When people are going through extremes to get your attention, and that's what they're doing. God told me this morning. It's not the first time, it's a thing why I know this, but God said it to me in this way this morning. He said, anytime someone is going through extremes to get your attention in an inappropriate way, instead of just coming to you and saying, hello, My name is whatever, whatever, whatever. If they're positioning themselves and doing things and, acting out to get your attention, God said to me, those are for sure people to not mess with. No questions asked. Because the very fact and the very fact that they're doing that means they're trying to lure you in. It means they're watching you. It means they see something on you. But they have to go about it in a sneaky way to get information out of you, whatever it is they're trying to do, whatever they're trying to know. Some people just don't want to know your business. Who are you? What's up? But at the same time, they're harboring jealousy and resentment. But what God gave me this morning, what they really want is authority over you. Now, as we know, when people do things to kind of tear you down, when it cause you a problem in your life, it's usually people that are inside of your life. And what God said is when people are doing it, they're trying to get inside of your life. They're trying to find a way in. But the thing is this, when you keep them out, because see, when people going through extremes to get your attention in inappropriate ways, instead of just being a normal person and saying, hey, they want you to pay attention to them as if they have the authority. But the thing again is they have the authority over your life. I got authority over my life. I'm not going through no extremes trying to get your attention because I'm in my own life. You see what I'm saying? But when they're going through extremes to get your attention, they're automatic, don't have nothing to do with, because they're automatically right up front identifying themselves to you as being cunning, as being slick. The fact that they position themselves, and I've heard before, sometimes they're intimidated by you. But I had this thing where if you're intimidated, just stay over there and leave it alone if you're that intimidated. But when you start playing all these monkey tricks, that's where the problem comes in, because it becomes a game. And overall, what they're trying to do is get on the inside to get information about you. And they're trying to find a way to tear you down and whatever else they're trying to do. But what they ultimately want is authority over you, over your life. Like I was saying, the ones that kind of can cause a disruption in your life are always usually the ones that you deal with, that are in your life. How they say it's usually ones on your inner circle. It's the inner cap. This is the inside job. Because when they're on the outside, nothing. And God said you leave them on the outside. You leave them on the outside and to try to destroy you. It's just like a lot of the ones that try to destroy you all, kingdom people. Keep them on the outside. Have nothing to do with them. Let them try from the outside all they want, but you don't let them on the inside. Because once you let them on the inside, you're responsible. You're responsible for whatever. You know who they are. Now, if they're in your life and you've gotten them out, keep them out. Let them try to do whatever they do from the outside, which is part of why people resort to black magic and all that stuff. Even if they was doing it while they was on the inside. The point is that when they on the outside, it's not much they can do. They constantly knocking, trying to break down your barriers and your doors to get in, so they can have authority over you. They're trying to find a way to have authority over you. But kingdom people, they don't have the authority. You do. And again, you have the authority to keep them out of your life. You have the authority to break cycles, curses, and chains. You, because you don't want walking in God's spirit. You don't want to have the authority to manifest God's blessings, promises, and inheritance. And listen, just so you know, that's part of why they be on you too. They might not know them words in that way, but they recognize something on you and know you're able to do that. And they want to have authority over you because you're able to do that. They want to have control over that gift of yours. Even if they want to destroy it, that's another form of having authority over it. Even though we know kingdom people, they can't destroy it. We know that. But y'all know them ones, they don't get it. They don't get it. Their brains don't. I probably should say this, but some time ago I was going through this thing where I was like, I kept asking God, He would show me things, and I would say, do they have mashed potatoes for brains? I became convinced some people have mashed potatoes for brains. Because, anyway, I'm going to leave that alone. I did just want to say that, though. But kingdom people, they don't have the authority. You do. You do. You have the authority. And authority don't mean being arrogant Ain't nothing wrong with flexing a little bit, but your flex is with you. It ain't nothing wrong with you feeling good about your accomplishments, about how far you came, about how well you're doing. You're supposed to. Y'all know them ones that want you to feel bad about your growth. I heard that the other day. I heard somebody say that. And I was like, what? But people out here like that. They want you to feel bad about your growth, feel bad about you getting understanding. And my disposition is I went through too much to free myself from so many things, to get the understanding, to grow. Why would I feel bad about it? But again, when you have mashed potatoes for brains, that's the way you think. Or that's the way they think, kingdom people. So kingdom people, they have the authority. They don't have the authority. Oh, they wish they did. And it's not that they can't. But it ain't about having authority over you. It's about having the authority that God give them when He give it, when they on the right path and doing things God's way. You understand, kingdom people? Now, going back to what I was saying, let me correct myself. They don't have the authority. You do, kingdom people. You have the authority. Okay? Okay. So, kingdom people, I am going to let that rest right there. If you like this video and or if it resonates with you, please just go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Also, click on that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel if you have not already done so. Thank you. Then click on that bell right next to that red subscribe button so that you can get a notification every time I upload a new video. Something like this one, Kingdom people. Also, if you are interested in any of the services that I presently offer, if you are interested in sowing a seed into me and my ministry, if you are interested in I don't know what. uh, if you are interested in checking out my podcast, Kingdom People, you can find all that information right down below in the description box. Also, all my life coaching services are half off right now. So if you click on that link right down below, Latricia Booker Kingdom Life Coaching, everything is half off. There's an end of the year sale going on right now. So, and thank you for all of you who have already purchased, who have already booked with me. Yeah, so thank you all so very much. And Kingdom people, I love y'all so very much. I really do. And y'all know I don't want to leave you, but I do have to go right now. But I will be back to hold my Kingdom people down. Kingdom people, with that being said, much love, light, and peace, and many blessings to you all. Kingdom people, above all else, let the Holy Spirit lead you in all things at all times. Kingdom people, we are untouchable. Kingdom people, that is my time. Jesus girl is out. Peace. Peace.